If you're a coffee lover, there's no doubt that you must have tried Starbucks at least once in your lifetime. But have you ever wondered how Starbucks sells their coffee for such a high pricing? And in the first place, how did Starbucks become the king of coffee market with such a high pricing? The major success of Starbucks attributes to three key strategies. Let's find out those three strategies in this video. Starbucks was founded in 1971 by Jerry, Zeev, and Gordon. But the initial founders didn't sell coffee, instead they sold coffee beans. On the other hand, Howard joined the Starbucks due to his liking towards the coffee brand. Everything was fine. Starbucks quickly expanded as a retail store for coffee beans in 6 different locations. Then something very dramatic happened. Howard, who was working for Starbucks, visited Europe. There he observed hospitality and fantastic experience of Cafe. So when he came back, he tried to convince the founders to convert the coffee retail store into a coffee restaurant. But the founders didn't agree. They thought the coffee beans business is doing pretty well. Why would they risk the existing business and go to a coffee restaurant business? So Howard left the Starbucks and started his own coffee restaurant to implement his dream idea. 2 years later, Howard got an offer from Starbucks founders that they would sell him the Starbucks. Howard was so happy, he wanted to buy the Starbucks desperately. But he doesn't have any money, so he approached investors for it. But none of the investors were interested in this idea. After many rejections, finally one investor showed interest in this. But that investor tried to buy Starbucks for himself. After knowing this, Howard was broken. But somehow Howard turned the table and managed to buy Starbucks for himself. The first thing he did when he took over Starbucks is to implement his first strategy which he saw in Europe, the hospitality strategy. When Howard went to Europe, the first thing he observed there is the people working in the coffee store knew the customers and they were talking as they were friends. So Howard wanted to replicate that in even a better way. So he wanted to create a place where people would come to relax and to feel like a place which is special to them. So Howard focused on giving special training to his employees, where the employees are required to ask customer names and remember the customer names.